Good morning. Today is December 24th. It is Christmas Eve, and I am headed into the office. Yes, I am working today. I took my vacation on Thanksgiving, so there are other folks in the office who are taking their vacation at Christmas time. So I don't have to work tomorrow, but I am working today. But before we get started, please like and subscribe. Please share my channel. Please comment whether you agree with me or not. And let's just get started. I woke up this morning and I had watched a video last night. It was the last thing that I watched before I went to bed. It was an Abraham Hicks video. And I really like Abraham Hicks because she's very positive, encouraging. She really encourages you to live in a state of gratitude. Really, I mean, I can kind of sum up all of her videos. I mean, I would honestly watch them. You can't just sum them up because they all have different themes to them and different meanings and everything and things that she teaches. But for the most part, what it all boils down to is change your thoughts and change your life, which is Tony Robbins, Dolores Cannon. There are so many different people who have, produce the same content, but change your thoughts and change your life. Really, if you live a life of gratitude, and I've said this before, the 12-step program of AA teaches this, to be grateful for everything you have, large and small, whether it really is something that means a lot to you or whether it's just some menial little thing that you can find to be happy about. Just try to find some gratitude in your life and hold on to it and tell yourself every single day how thrilled you are. You just have to live a life of awe, a life of wonder. 2025 is my year of wonder. And what that means is I'm starting now. I'm gearing up. I mean, it's the 24th of December and I'm gearing up for this. I've been practicing it, but I'm really going to kick it into gear because I used to look at life this way, and then I realized that I kind of go up and down, and I had to ask myself, why am I grateful and happy and cheerful and just in awe of life and just loving everything in life? And then the next thing I know, I'm bored, I'm sad, I'm feeling almost depressed and feeling just like I guess the only way to put it is just not feeling it. Like, life just isn't bringing it, and I'm not all that cheerful, and it kind of goes up and down. And here's the thing, gratitude isn't something that we just do and then put it down. Gratitude is something that we have to practice and practice and practice until we become it. And that's where I think I was missing the mark. I think that I was practicing gratitude, being grateful. I've talked on my videos about, it's not what we do, it's what we are. But that's true, especially with gratitude. We have to become grateful. We don't just, I wake up and I'm kind of force myself to be grateful. Think of all the things that I'm happy about. I mean, at first you have to do that, I think. I think there are times when you're just automatically grateful and it's easy. Like I went out to lunch, we went on a holiday lunch with my son. My son and his boyfriend and I all got together. They came downtown where I live. We walked to lunch to a really nice Italian restaurant, had a wonderful conversation and a great time. They came home and we had pie. I mean, it was just like a Norman Rockwell, just a really, really nice time with the guys. And when they left, my heart was just so warm. I just felt so filled with love and gratitude. I was just in that, really, really good mood. I had a good feeling. And that's because I was with people that I love, and the room was filled with love, and it was really nice to see them again. I missed them because I hadn't seen them since I got back. And anyway, it was easy to have gratitude for that. It was easy to have gratitude that whole day and the whole rest of my day off, the weekend, because I was there with my cat. I put my Christmas tree up. I mean, life is good, right? When life is good, gratitude is easy. Then yesterday, I had to go and get my oil changed. That was not so fun. It was my one day off, but I took the day off just to get some errands run. I wanted a weekday off. I wanted to go see the acupuncturist, but they weren't open. And I did end up getting my oil changed. I filled the car up with gas. It was like 20 degrees outside. And I didn't feel like crawling out of bed when I was cold, getting showered, getting dressed and out the door. It wasn't a work day, and there would have been no reason for me to get in my car and go out the door. And this is one thing that I noticed living downtown. It feels different. When I live in a place where all I have to do is get in my car and back out the driveway and drive up a little country road and I'm on my way, that feels a little different, or a lot different, than living in the city where you have to go down the elevator, get into the parking garage, get out of the parking garage, the gate comes open, there's traffic, fighting with traffic, driving a few blocks in the city, getting on the bridge. I mean, it just feels different. It's not the same sense of freedom. Getting out of the parking garage and out of the city to go run your errands and driving in traffic doesn't feel like the same freedom as living in the country where everything's just wide open spaces. And now I don't live in a huge city, and it's not like I live in New York. I've said this before. I don't live in Manhattan. It's not like I have to drive through 20 minutes of that or half an hour of that to get out of the city. I mean, it takes me 5 seconds, up a few blocks and over, and I'm across the bridge. It's not that bad. It's just different. It's a different feeling. And I get sometimes when I'm at home, all cozied in my apartment, and I'm way up high, and no matter what the weather's doing out there, I just don't feel like getting go into the parking garage and getting in my car and driving in traffic. I just don't feel like it. And yesterday was one of those days. Wasn't feeling it. But I did it, and I discovered something. I did it because it needed to be done. And I just got up and I said, okay, if I don't do this now, I'm not going to get my oil changed. I know this needs to be done. I know that I need to have my tire pressure changed. I had the little light that was going on. I didn't know if I had a tire that was losing air. Wasn't sure. I don't like my car not being, up to speed, no pun intended. I don't like my car not running well whenever I'm driving, especially in the winter. And so it just had to be done. And I did it, and I put gas in my car. I got the oil changed. I got the door mechanism checked. I got the tires filled. I got all the fluids checked. And then I felt really good. I just felt good about myself. It might sound really stupid and really minor. Oh, yay for you. You got your oil changed. What an accomplishment. Wow. You must be so proud. But for me, I have chronic pain. When I'm resting and I'm not working, I want to be resting. I don't want to be driving in traffic. I don't want to be out there in the cold. I don't want to be pumping gas and waiting in line at Valvoline. I don't want to do those adulting things. I want to just rest. And so, yeah, it was something dumb and really small, and something that most people just do without thinking about it. Most people don't pat themselves on the back for something like that. People don't pat themselves on the back for bringing home groceries either, but I do. And, after I got home, it took me about an hour and a half, maybe almost 2 hours by the time I got back in the house and settled in. And I thought, I'm grateful now to be home. I was grateful all weekend. I was grateful to have dinner with my boys. Was I grateful when I was driving across the bridge? Was I grateful when I was waiting 20 minutes in line to get my oil changed? Was I grateful when I was out of my car pumping gas? when the cold wind was blowing on my face, was I grateful then? And the answer to that is yes, I was, because I'm being very conscious of this. I'm purposely making sure that whether my life is going the way I want it to or not, whether I'm doing things that I enjoy or not, whether I'm having a good time or doing some chore, doesn't matter. I'm making sure I am in control of me, and I am making sure that I'm grateful with everything I do. In everything I do, I'm grateful. So, yes, I was grateful that I was waiting in line for an oil change. I was grateful that I have a car. I just sat there and I was really, really happy when they were changing my oil, because they were so nice, and they did some things that they really didn't have to do. They really helped me out. They did a couple of things. I mean, they always like toss things in. Customer service can be really bad or it can be really good. And I'm telling you, these guys were absolute tops. They took care of everything. I felt very like I was taken care of, you know, as a single woman, and not having somebody there to change my oil or to do things with me or for me. Sometimes, you know, we rely on places like a mechanic shop, or, you know, you hope that the people that are in business aren't going to take advantage, and they're going to take good care of you. And I felt really cared for. And, you know, even if they had been rude, I would have found things to be grateful for. And when I went home, it was cloudy, it was cold, I was driving across the bridge, but I was looking at the city like, wow, it's so cool that I'm driving into the city to go home, and just taking it all in, you know, just taking it all in. And that really, really does change things. It changes things. When you just take in all the sights and the sounds and the smells and the, you know, and the wonder of life, it really does change things. Because this morning I woke up and I knew I had to be at work. I woke up early. I didn't have to get up until like 7 or 7:30. I woke up at 6. And I got up and I yawned and I stretched and I did my little back rub thing, and I played with my cat for a little while. I took a nice hot bath and really got myself ready for the day. And here I am. You know, it's Christmas Eve. I'm working. I'm really happy. I am genuinely happy. I am having a really good day already. Life is good. And I'm going to keep this going. I'm just going to keep it going and going. I'm usually a pretty cheerful person, but I have been known to get down whenever, like, if I had woken up this morning and there had been a big snowstorm and I had to drive in snow, that would have changed my mood a bit. But I probably would have called an Uber or a Lyft. You know, I don't drive in ice and snow, so I would have figured it out. Life just keeps going along, and my job is to be grateful for everything and every moment, to be grateful. So anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. Merry Christmas. And I really hope you guys are all having a great Christmas. Hope you're having a great day, and I will talk to you next time.